Hello and welcome to Toy Vet episode 39. This is a show where I react to upcoming toy releases. I have here a list of upcoming or recent releases that I saw, knew I would want to take a second look at, and I'm taking that second look at here with you rather than on my own, with some exceptions here and there, but in general that is true. Let's jump into it. First up tonight we have from Toys R Evil, Cage Man, from Sir Joan Cornella? Yeah, Joan Cornella. It's a guy in a cage taking a selfie of himself. It's pretty cool. 5.7 inches tall. You can take him out of the cage. He's in a bed, kind of. $1,800 Hong Kong, $231 US. Pretty expensive. Pretty cool figure, though. I do like the figure. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Would I get one? No, not unless it was a lot cheaper or I had an opportunity or something, but pretty cool. I do like it. Ooh, that might be a good thumbnail. That might be the thumbnail. We'll see. Okay, Kika Goods Stacked Burger Series is 404ing, meaning it's probably sold out. Stacked Burger Series. I want to see if I can find it, though. Sometimes you just Google it. I might find it. If I hit shopping, let's see if this works. That doesn't seem to work. Okay, images. I don't know what Paul's is. Let's see. Paul's Market. Okay. This is probably what it was. Let's see. Got a regular burger, a dark bun burger, a green, pink, and it looks like you can actually unstack and stack them together and stuff. That's cool. They're pretty neat. I like them. I like food related stuff. They're not perfect, but kind of cool. I do like them. The black one's cool. I want to eat this burger with the dark bun. Looks good. What's it got on it? Like cabbage or something? I don't know if I'd like that, actually. I wonder if these are all based on real different burgers, but yeah. Pretty cool little figures. So why don't I do this? I'll change the link for you guys to the Paul's link. I don't know what Paul's is. I guess it's a store. What does it say? T-Fox Dharma set. Yeah, the URL is strange. Very strange. It's wrong, actually, I would say. This toy is cool for kids. Maybe I should get that for my kids. See that? Pretty cool. Next. From Kika Goods, Baby 3 Love Chain Time Series Blind Box. What is this? This is very, very feminine. There's a lot of them, which I like. 3.7. Okay, that's weird. 0.9% hidden style. I don't know what they mean by 3.17% regular style, maybe per one, but there seems to be a lot of them. Yeah, but maybe that makes sense. Okay, they're kind of dumb too. Little acrylic guys, I guess, with a chain with stuff on them. Yeah, this is so far out of what I'm interested in. I don't know why I have this on here, but it is acrylic and there are a lot of them. Those are aspects I like, but I don't like the design. It's very obviously like a very feminine charm thing, so not totally sure why I have it on there. Probably because there's a lot of them and it's acrylic, or I just wanted to look at it, but there you go. Next, from Toys R Evil Twitter, Moompa Studio collabs available online now from Happy Virus, featuring Gwen Moompa by Eric Noah and Moompa X Blazilla by Eric Kane, or Keen, I guess. The glow on that is cool, and the like galaxy-ness on this guy is really cool. Don't like the figure, either figure really though. This, Blazilla. This is so similar to, remember we looked at that whole show and auction of figures by someone? They all look like this. This must be the same person, because I think not only did they have the galaxy marbling thing going on, they had the fire symbol and the weird symbol like that. Let's see if this is the same person. Is there a link to Blazilla? Yeah, it is the same person. And this was the piece I liked the most, the Punk Drunkers with that. Yeah, pretty cool. So this is the figure we want to get, although you can't get this. It was expensive auction. Yeah. Interesting to see that style used again. And there's an artist with such a distinct style. You can tell right away this is that artist. Pretty cool. Next. Emotional support bugs. They're scented. It's with lavender. They're hand sewn. You can request an unscented one. They come with the leaves for food. And anyone in the US will need to pay custom fees. I'm running into that too with Galaxy people, which we'll talk about later, I think. How much are these? Oh, that's cool. One inside a dunny, a money, whatever that is. These are not that great. I like the trend of like some emotional support random stuff. Like I was in BJ's the other day and they had emotional support like nuggets and fries or something like that, and it was kind of cute. Little plushies. This one I don't totally get. I'm not totally into it. Because it's kind of a nothing. Just sewn up and made a plush little nothing with not much design to it. But anyway. Rider version Water Bear by PPDA for Solo Show. They're these water bears we've been seeing going around painted as Kamen Rider. They look great. I think I put these on here because for years now I've been thinking, should I get into Kamen Rider? And I'm considering it. Haven't pulled the trigger on trying that out. I think I would start with Shin Kamen Rider, the movie, which looks really cool. And I think it's by the guy that did Shin Godzilla, which was awesome. Yeah, these look great, and just wanted to look at a Kamen Rider related thing. Not into it yet, but something I'm looking into or thinking about. Probably for more years before I ever pull the plug. But okay, another 404 from Kika Goods. Let's see. Bear is Bug, blind box. Let's see. Is it a certain one? Bear's Bug Series Mini Blind Box. You can get why can you still get a preview when it's a 404? That is so weird. Okay, it's this one. Here's an AliExpress link to it. I've never shopped at AliExpress. I know you can get legit stuff there as far as things you may need. I don't totally trust it, and it makes me wonder if some of the stuff is bootleg. But anyway, we can look at these things here. Let's see. I don't know what to say about these. They're cute, but I'm not that into them. Yeah, I don't know what to make of them. Not into them at all, really, but they're kind of cute and interesting. So I wonder what the story is. Some of them have this 100 thing, like this guy's got on his head. And then the lady pushing the baby is that too, and it's drinking a bottle. That's cute and interesting. I wonder what that means, but not enough to look into it. So I'll change this to the AliExpress link, but please exercise caution. Use your knowledge of AliExpress. I've never used it because I think it's shady, although I think you can get stuff there. So exercise caution. Use your knowledge of AliExpress, because mine is that I don't totally trust it. Ugledorable. Yeah, these little figures, they're kind of cool. I kind of like these. They look kind of homemade, but kind of like smooth and good too. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I'm reading the captions here. They don't make any sense to me. Yeah, interesting little figure. Kind of cool. Next up, Hipper's Funbarus Posture Pal. Okay, first let's just look at it. See. Okay, so these are like, you can attach these anywhere you like with adhesive tape. I wonder if you have to provide your own adhesive tape or comes with that. A heart inside reminding you to sit up straight even as hippers. Okay, so Posture Pals are these plush things. These are figurines of the Posture Pals. So I put these on here because I'm interested in Posture Pals and posture related things to begin with. I have horrible posture. I've thought about getting posture gadgets before. Posture Pals, we'll talk about them in an upcoming episode. I know I have that Pals themselves on here, so I'll save it for then. How they work and what they actually do. These are if you're like such a big Posture Pal fan that you want figurines of the Posture Pals. I'm looking for something more practical than this, and I'm not going to get a plushie, obviously, to work on my posture, but posture gadgets I'm interested in. So we'll talk more about that when we get to it in an upcoming episode. But this is for the Posture Pal mega fans. Interesting. Next up, Sleeping Beauty Ice Cream Fairies pre-order. Okay. I don't know if these are close to crossing the line of being indecent sometimes. There's another one I have on my list somewhere. I think it's on my interest list. That's it's a burger, I think. Burger Girls. These are ice cream girls. Their dress is like made out of melting ice cream. Oh, look at that. Even the puddle underneath them is part of it. And their hat is a cone. It's like a witch hat cone. Interesting. Yeah. So if I ever went to actually get one of these, I'd have to really think hard about, does this cross the line of like being indecent? Is it like their clothes are melting off, or is it more like they're like an ice cream fairy? I think they're kind of okay. It's kind of like they're an ice cream fairy because the top part of the dress is like made out of clothing. Okay, the different ones actually have different toppings on them, I think. She's got cherries and like cookies or something. Oh, maybe they all. It's just different colors. Okay. Scratch that. She's got a lime. Not that I would probably ever get these, but they're kind of cool. They're interesting. They're well designed. And they're kind of dollish, though, so I don't think I would go in. And they're $250. That's insane. There's only 500 of them. They're like, I guess 17 centimeters is the height. Let's see. 28 by 29. So that's probably the base of this because it's kind of equal. 28 by 29. The height, 17, almost 18 centimeters. 7 inches. So if you hear this sound, this is me busting out my ruler. Just something I like to do when looking at toys. Bust out the ruler, see how many inches it is. See what it actually looks like. Imagine the figure at this size on your shelf. Even if you know what 7 inches looks like, obviously, you probably can estimate that in your head, but bust out your ruler, hold it on your desk. It's kind of a small figure for $250. It's a big figure in general, though. They're pretty cool. Should I put this on my list? I mean, they're all sold out. I'm not going to. I have the burger on there somewhere on my interest list. That's probably the one I would get if I tried to get one rather than the ice cream, but that would lead me down the rabbit hole of seeing that one anyway, probably. All right, moving on to the 2 Instagrams we check every time we have the show. First off, MechNoise Toys. We're looking at two companies I really like, basically. Lots of Evangelion stuff. I know we looked at this a couple weeks ago, probably. All this Evangelion stuff I'm not interested in. That's just a poster for a toy show, I think. Let's see. Ooh, great view. Okay, we see the clear Taoist guy in the background. Lots of Eva stuff up front. Okay, we're not going to get to the back row and see that stuff. We see a Black Ace and the Taoist guy in the background. Let's see if we can find out more about this clear Taoist guy. There he is. Demon Buster X-ray version. Okay, is this guy going to be called Demon Buster? That's interesting. I wonder. Is this a one-off? Doesn't even say it's for sale. Let's see. There's this little horned yokai thing, which it kind of looks like it can go in the head. Wow. Great looking figure, of course. Looks like there's is this an alternate head that's like this Chinese lion head type thing? Okay. See, in this picture, it looks like the yokai guy can go in the head. Maybe as an alternate head with a clearer faceplate than that. Not sure. Great treatment for this figure, the clear, but as I've talked about a bunch of times in the past when this guy has first been shown, I don't know that I would get this like Taoist style exorcist figure. Although I might, but I mean, I'm definitely not going to buy it. Would I even put it on my list, I guess is the question. I'm not going to buy it because I'd wait for something I'd like more from MechNoise if I was going to get a MechNoise figure, and I'm probably not even going to anytime soon. Looks like they got some Ultraman stuff. Is this official Ultraman stuff? Translate. Okay, I think this is just a repost. I think this is not their toy at all. Okay. Interesting. Keep an eye on you, MechNoise. All right, last but not least, we'll look at Galaxy People. I am actively trying to buy one of these larger figures from Galaxy People. So I look at this every day. So I've always seen these posts first. Like at the beginning when I give my little disclaimer that some of these I may have looked at, this is what I'm talking about usually. This is where we left off with them. This is a new post from a week ago. They finally posted their leftovers from the last two shows. You got the large sensor bat in black and white, the large Gon in Ultraman colors, some small dudes in a glow in the... I don't know if it's glow in the dark. It looks glow in the dark. Spider tanks, which you can read here. All his spiders sold at the event, so he put together just a few with a Herod head, which is new. Wasn't in the shows, but that is the color scheme that was at the shows. And then he's got these sensor bat spaceship guys, which look awesome. I guess he's just got one left. They look great. They're really cool. So those were for sale. Let's see. On December 2nd, international shipping is available. Just be aware that this is from Japan, that if tariff/broker charges are applicable, they will have to be paid by the buyer. And he can't reduce the value declaration on the customs form or whatever. Obviously, he doesn't want to get in trouble, lose his visa, as he says here. Because people might ask him to do that to avoid paying higher fees. So if you look at his shop, will this take me to a shop? Yeah, store. All the stuff sold out very fast. Sold out. There's a better look at those bee-looking sensor bats in spaceship. Helios, great figure. Mechlops, great figure. It would make my day if he suddenly made a big one of either of these, really. I would buy it right away. Unless I really didn't like the colorway. Everything sold out. So I wasn't jumping on any of this, although it sold out quick. You got to be quick. I'm going to have to be quick when I see something I like. These black and white sensor bats, I like them. They're cool. They're really cool, but I sort of like more color. The black on black on the head, like this sensor bat here, I like a lot more. The bee looking one. And I also didn't like the just white and black stripes on the legs. Made him look really furry and hairy, which is a look I kind of like. I'm sure looks like he's molded with hair on him to some degree, which I've never really noticed before, but this really brings it out in a way I didn't totally jive with, which is why I didn't jump on that. The Gon looks amazing, but I didn't jump on it because it's Ultraman colors. I'm not an Ultraman fan, and I'm typically not a fan of references to other properties anyway, unless it's something I'm really into or something less a reference to like something that's like what it is, if that makes sense. Like this is a like sci-fi figure and it's a reference to Ultraman. Like if it was a reference to McDonald's or Burger King, sometimes I think that's cool. I don't think that would work for Galaxy People necessarily, but that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not into the Ultraman reference here. Just like the previous figure he made that was an Ultraman reference, that it was a great paint job, great colorway, but it was a reference to an Ultraman villain, so I avoided it for that reason. I'm not into Ultraman to begin with, and I'm not into those references, so waiting for the next show, probably in the new year, to see what figures he comes out with. I'm going to jump on a large figure. I'm going to try to save money at some point to pick up a vehicle and a small figure from him as well, because I just love Galaxy People. But my dream figure from him would be to see like a large size of like Helios Mechlops, or one of his other guys, like what's this guy with the pointed head? Him too would be great. All right, that is the show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.